Ja. पक्ष बदललाच ना, ते जुन्या नेत्यांवरती कार्यकर्त्यांना हात त्यांच्या टीकावरून केलं आवडायची पूर्वी ना
हेलो माहिती मैडम जॉइन सर
सर शॉल वी स्टार्ट
हाँ मैडम जॉइन हो गए ना
हाँ सर जॉइन हो गए
ओके ओके मैडम ठाकुर मैडम ओके ओके
Yes, sir.
यस
So good evening to one and all present here. I again welcome you all for the fourth day of this FDP. In the morning, due to some technical issues, we leave that session partly. And now, Dr. Mamta Baheti madam will continue. Topic was data analytics for research. Madam will continue the session. Over to you, Mamta madam.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope my screen is visible.
Just a minute, madam.
I guess my screen is visible.
Yes,
Not
it's
at
starting. Yes, it's starting, ma'am. It will take some time, I think.
Please inform whether the screen is visible.
Madam, actually it's buffering. I think due to network issue. Now it's visible. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So in the morning, due to the technical issues, we couldn't continue with the actual working on data analytics. So friends, you can see over here, we are having a database of market cells where we see that it is having a variety of branches, city, customer. Customer is having also two categories. One is normal and another one is the member. Then you can have as the persons are registered, or if you are taking the data, then you can have the two categories in gender like male and female. Then there are six categories in product line, like health and beauty, electronic accessories, home and lifestyle, sports and travel. So this is the data we have taken from a particular supermarket. Okay. So now from this data, we cannot make or come to a conclusion just viewing the data. But by viewing the data, we can just see to it whether it is having certain null values or certain garbage values or certain empty values that are not to be there. Because if they are there, we have will not get the appropriate results. Okay. So just going through the things, we can see whether the things are having any null values or empty values. Okay. You can also view that whether, because if you are having a bulky data, you cannot go or scroll through that. So that time you can have the filter and just go through each one and see whether there are empty fields over there. So here we can see if there are empty fields, you will have blank spaces. Otherwise, all the related things are here. Okay. So while going through, we can see to this. Now our data is not having any malicious, or we can say anything in the form of null values or empty values. So now we can say our data is the clean data. Now we will perform data analysis on this data. Okay. As per your hypothesis, you will decide what number of parameters or variables or column headings you will take into consideration. Okay. So now we'll create one analysis tab. You can continue with the same sheet, or you can create a new sheet. Okay. So I have created one new sheet in the morning. That is the analysis tab. Okay. So now here I have listed out on the one side, that is the 6 categories on which the data will be assessed or analyzed. Okay. Now we can have the analysis at various levels or various criteria. One is overall. Under overall, I mean to say over here that particular category or the sales in health and beauty of that particular supermarket, how much it is. Secondly, on electronic accessories, how much it is. So you can in overall have that count. So how you will have, now see, we have a different worksheet and our database is here. Okay. So we are not performing any analysis. Continued over here in the, please mute yourself. So in the analysis tab, wheresoever you want to have the particular value of that particular cell, will put the particular function. So see what analysis I have to do over here. I have to have the frequency or count of all the people who are purchasing health and beauty products. So for that, I'll use count function. Now count is having a variety of this. In midst of this, I'll use count ifs. So this count ifs is why I'm using it, because health and beauty is a string. So I'm using count ifs. If it would have been a number to be searched, then I would have used count if. So I'm using count ifs. Now it asks for the criteria range. Where is my database? It is on the database tab. Now for this, doing the analysis for overall, where is my product? In the column number F. So I'll select this complete column. I'm having the records of 1000 entries. So I have selected it. Okay. Now, friends, remember one thing here in the to the
Madam,
I hope you
Bharti
are
ma'am.
able to see the state.
Yes, actually, in last few minutes you are not audible and screen is also not visible, but now it's visible, ma'am. I think due to network issue.
Uh,
Continue. Yes.
uh, okay. So
Yes, yes.
I hope everyone got this function, or should I repeat it? What I did, I have selected count function. As it is string, I'm using count if else, and where my database is lying in the F column. So I'm selecting this particular F column where the categories of health and beauty will be there. And as I need overall, I'm taking this, excluding the heading. Then I'm giving comma, going to the analysis tab. And here again, I'm taking the health and beauty and completing the bracket. Friends, here you can see over here, it is the range of the database sheet. Okay. Now, if I pull it down, I'll not get the proper values. Okay. Why I'll not get the proper values? You can see the range is shifted from F3 to 1002 in the database. Now, from F3, so it will exclude this one value. I hope you all are getting it. So for that, what we will do, we will lock this particular range. Now, how we will lock this particular range? I'll select the range and from the keyboard, I'll press function key F4. Okay, so the moment I press function key F4, you will see the dollar sign is prefixed with the row and column name. Same is for the categories. So here I can manually put it, or I can use function key F4. Now you can see the changes. Okay. So likewise, you can have the overall count of the particular category. Now how will take the percentage? I'll just include sum and give the range from here till here. So see, I told you we had 1000 records. So now in total, in accumulation, you can see our count is proper. Okay. Now we'll find the percentage. The value of this is in C4 oblique C10. Sorry, B10. B4 oblique B10. So it is 15%. I'll just put it down. Now again, see over here, what is happening? It is going down and it will give me the error. So if you want to pull out the things, what you will do, you will now fix the what I have done over here. I have prefixed the dollar sign to the row or to the you can say row number. Okay, so now row number will not change. Okay, column will be varying, but row will not change. Okay, so now similarly, now this is the overall ratio that we have got from health and beauty. Now we'll see for a particular city, Yangon. Now in our database, just I'll show you. This is the city. 3 cities are there: Yangon, Naypyidaw, and the third one is Mandalay. Okay. So now how we will see for this particular city is in city list is in column number C. Our product and details are there in column number F. Our branch is in column number B. So we'll note our column numbers somewhere so that it becomes easy for us to prepare the range. Okay. So now for column number, what we will do over here, how will we find the count? Equal to COUNTIF. Again, we'll use the COUNTIF. But now here we are restricting not only for health and beauty, but associating one more condition with it. That is the city name Yangon. Okay. So how we can concatenate two particular criteria, we'll see to that. Okay. So here in the database, we'll go with this complete list. Okay. Again, I'll select this list, press F4 so that it is locked, comma. Column should be locked, so $A4. Now this is my first criteria. I have completed with the first criteria. Now for the second criteria, where is my city list? I have loaded here. It is in column number C. So I'll select this particular column. Initially, it will be very looking very complicated to you as it is having lots of coding or something like a lengthy one. But friends, really, it is very helpful to create your customized analysis, and with less programming knowledge, you can go with it. Okay, so again, I'm selecting this particular range, pressing function key F4, comma. Now the city name is here. Okay. It should not vary with the neither the column nor the row. So I'm putting $sign manually in front of column and row and to the closing bracket. Now you can see the particular things are available over here. Just I have selected it and pressed Control D. The complete count is ready. So likewise, you can have the range for every criteria or element. So you can see over here, for Yangon city, you'll have total 340 elements, whereas in that city, health and beauty is having a count of 47. So we'll take the percentage of it. And you can see this is the percentage. Now same can be used for the, I'll just do the copy paste over here. I have selected this for the city Mandalay. What change we have to do? See, the analysis list is proper. So we don't have to go or do any changes over here. The next thing is only this value. In place of D2, we'll just make F2. Okay, so like this, you can create. Same for the percentage. We'll just have the total over here. Same, we'll do the copy paste for this. So see, you can have the, now just copying this table and putting it in your either research paper or anywhere, wheresoever you want to have the comparison of results. The things are there in front of you. You can also create the charts of it. Now here, just let me complete it. In place of F2, we'll have H2. So here is the comparison for the 3 cities on the basis of these categories. Okay. If you want, you can place it with the respect of percentage or count in the form of charts. Now, if you want to have more specified combination, like by a specific branch, by a particular city, like for city Yangon and a branch A. We are in the database, you can see we are having the branch A, B, and C. And the city names are these 3. So you can have the 9 combinations of these 3. Okay. So now I'll just demonstrate one combination in front of you. So here, to analyze branch A of city Yangon, how will we find the count? Now, in this particular overall, we have seen one combination for Yangon, seen 2 combinations. And for Mandalay or this particular 3 cities, we have seen 2 combinations. Now we'll do the 3 combinations. What we will do, I'll just show you. So you will see over here what we have done. We have selected the database. Is anyone having any query?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is it possible for you to share the spreadsheet or so that we can also do along with you?
What I will suggest, you just go through it. I'll share this complete spreadsheet along with the formulas wheresoever they are necessary. So you just focus right now. I'll share all the details with the organizers so that you can practice later on.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So I hope you got there. I have extended from overall to a particular city. Now with that city, the combination of 3 branches, that is A, B, and C. So here you can see first combination is for the health and beauty, that is the category. The second combination is for the city, and third combination is for the branch. So here likewise more than one combinations you can create and make your analysis more deepen. Okay, so you can have this. I'll just copy paste it downstairs. Control D. Now you can see over here the things are done with so small time. And it is very helpful when you are just doing the copy paste. This tuple can be copy pasted in your research directly. So it will help you to do 2 to 3 tasks at one stretch. Okay. Now for the percentage. Now, if I'm just using this, I'll just copy this and pasting it. What change it is? In the column J2, I'm having the name A of branch. So if I just make the change over here, in place of J, I am putting L. So I'll have the branch B. Now you will see it is giving me the result 0. So as per our database, whatsoever the values will be, we will confirm these values again by using the filters also. Okay. Same it comes for, I'm doing this copy paste. Now our C is in N2. So in place of L, I'll put N over here. Now you can see. So likewise, now what this A and the count it is representing that the health and beauty category of the sales in Yangon city with branch A is 47. And simultaneously, you can have the distribution of percentage over also. Okay. Now, if you want to have the distribution with respect to customer, how many customers are in normal or in member purchasing the health and beauty products. So here you can make like this, count ifs. From the database, we are having the member in column D. So we'll select this particular column D. After selecting this column D, so we have selected this data, and again going back to analysis. Or if we are very clear with it, you can just copy paste from here also. See here what I'm doing. My ranges of health and beauty is over here, comma, my database of gender is here. Sorry, member is here. It is categorized into two patterns. I'm pressing function key F4, comma. Now the first is the normal member. So it is having in P2. Friends, if you are not sure where, like you can see over here, यहाँ देखिए ये merged columns है, ठीक है? तो अगर आपको दिक्कत जाती है तो just you can put like a double quote mark, pair of double quote mark and write the like this. Okay, this will also work. So here you can have the count of the customer category of normal purchasing health and beauty products likewise. So see, the analysis makes it helps you to analyze your items to its particular things. Okay, so total normal customers are 499. You can have the ratio of it in the form of percentage equal to P4 divided by P$10. Okay, so this can be the ratio. Now I'm just doing the copy paste over here. In place of normal, I'm putting the registered members, that is member. You can have this. So you can verify over here. See, we have total 1000 records. So as per the normal and member customers, you can have this combination or this analysis also. So this was a simple analysis that we had done out of this particular so many columns. So as per your hypothesis, you can come up with the combination of more than one column, or it can be restricted to one column. And likewise, you can have the dependency of one column with the other. Okay, you can come up with the combinations of the like we have seen. Like here, for a particular branch A of city Yangon of having the category health and beauty, you are having this value. So likewise for branch A of city Mandalay for health and beauty, you also can have a variety of combinations, and this will help you to make your analysis more specific and easy to represent. Now, as per the database, see, in the morning I have shared with you, there are variety of database. So here you can see the variety is like somewhere it is branch, and every value is non-repeated. Non-repeated means two adjacent columns are not having the same category or a range of values. Okay. So now sometimes it may happen your database. See, we are doing surveys and having the database like this. Okay, suppose you are doing the survey where you have collected gender, location, and there were 10 questions. Okay, so of those 10 questions, you have selected gender with the 2 values, male and female. Location is having 4 values, that is A, B, and C and D. Question 1 is having 5 ranges: agree, disagree, neutral, strongly agree, strongly disagree. Okay. So question number 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see these 4 columns are having almost same values. Okay. Almost same values means the range of the values is same. Specific value may differ, but these 4 columns or 4 questions are having the answers with these 5 ranges. Question 5 is having the range of 4 values like satisfied, somewhat satisfied, neutral, and unsatisfied, and somewhat unsatisfied. Question number 6 and 7, you can see are having the values always, often, very often. Question number 8 and 9 are having 2 discrete values, yes and no. And question number 10 is having the values ranging from 1 to 10. So these type of values will be there. So from this, we'll select only this much part of our, suppose we are working with this much part. So this will be our sample. Okay. Or we can go with the complete one also. So here we'll find now how many categories are here. For question number 1, 5 categories: agree, disagree, neutral, strongly agree, and strongly disagree. Okay, so suppose I want to do the analysis on these 5 options. So from this complete data, now agree, strongly agree, and this type of things are there for how many questions? Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4. So if I just take the range, I'll get how many count it is. Total it is 120. Okay. So out of 120 people, how many are having the response as strongly agree? So how I will put equals to COUNTIF. See, we are using COUNTIF, but in the previous example, we have used it with the categories. Here we are using it with the range. Okay. So now I'll select this complete 4 columns because it is having same values. If you forget to lock it, you can manually prefix the row and column with $sign. This will help you to lock your range so that wheresoever you are placing the values, it will not uh, go to its adjacent or column or the row. Okay. Now, what is the criteria? Criteria is strongly agree. So I want the column should be locked, row should be continued with it. So I am completing this with the bracket. So now you can see out of 120 people, out of 120 responses in all for question number 1, 2, 3, and 4, how many are giving the answer? Strongly agree is 9. Okay. So likewise, I'll just go with it. Now you can see agree, neutral, disagree, and likewise the strongly disagree. We'll just make the total to get the assurance. Yes, the count was perfect. Now, C 18, B18. You will notice over here, I don't give the values directly. Rather, I prefer to give the ranges or the cell address because it will help you to make your answer updatable wheresoever the changes are made. So now this is for overall. Now for suppose by location we want to see whether and for gender we want to see how the things are working. So we'll just do this copy paste over here. What needs to be added? It is fixed that for strongly agree in overall this ratio was there, but with this we are attaching one more thing from the DB2, that is the location. So here I am putting the location. I have selected this function F4 so that the range is locked. Comma. Now we want to have this location A. So location A, two choices are there with you. Either you can select the particular cell address or you can go with the actual value. So suppose I am putting here A. It's B. Your name list is here. B2 to B31.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
What is DB2 over there?
DB2 is the name of the sheet where this particular database, the other database where I kept, it was DB2.
Okay, okay.
I have named the sheet as DB2. So because whenever we are referencing now, we should be very clear. By default, we are having the habit of putting like sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3 likewise. So it is very confusing. So first thing we should do is we should rename the sheet with the relevant address. Giving value A18 is proper.
Ma'am, it's D18.
Oh, sorry. No, it is not D18. It is D16. See, A is in D16. We are having the value in this strongly agree in A18. So this is A18. This is
Okay,
D16.
okay, okay.
Just a second. Where is the column? It is in DB2, right? P2 to P31. So we are right here. Oh, I'm sorry. कॉपी पेस्ट तभी करना ना जब गड़बड़ होने के चांसेस नहीं। ओके, यहाँ पे रेंज होनी चाहिए आपकी दिस विद द वैल्यू दिस। ठीक है, so this value is for what? This is the value of location A having the responses. Location A is giving so many responses. Okay, but now we'll combine one more thing with it, that is comma. Okay, it is having a range problem. It will take single in place of this. I'll put C over here. Yes, for a particular question at location A, strongly agree was this. You can get this type of things. Okay, it is not taking for all 4 questions. Rather, it is taking for single one question. Okay. So for question number 1, you can interpret your answer in this way. That is, for question number 1 at location A, the count of responses was 3. Okay. Now, as per the male and female, also you can have that particular gender variation mentioning the count of strongly agree and disagree ratio. Okay. Now, friends, one more thing. You can see over here, our database is like this. Okay. Where you have from either Google form or something like that, you have collected the data or created the data with your this thing, some hard sheets or soft sheets. So through hard sheets or soft sheets, you would have collected this type of data. Now, from this data, you have the categories of values like strongly agree. And if you want to have the comparison between these 4 questions, how you will do it? Okay. So suppose in this row wise, what was there? Here it was column wise. So I have selected this particular, copied it, and in analysis tab, what I have done, I have transposed it. Okay. So I got this particular analysis in the form of, you can say, row wise. Now my question numbers are like the, you can say, my question numbers are the basis on which the comparison can be made. Okay. So now here we have 4 options, 5 options: strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly agree. So for question number 1, if you want to have this comparison, in the above example, you have seen the comparison was with respect to locations, gender. Here now with respect to question numbers, but the responses, the comparison is made. So now how it is done, we'll see to it. See what it is. For question number 1, how many people are giving the response as strongly agree? What I have done, count if the ranges of question number 1 is, you can see over here. Question number 1 is placed in C column. So I will get the answer over here for this with respect to B26, that is strongly agree. Now same can be done. While you are doing this, please take a note of it. Your database is having question number 1, 2, 3, 4. They are in the form of, you can say, columnar data. Here we are representing it at row-wise data, and vice versa. The values of strongly agree, and these things were row-wise data. It is shifted to columnar data. Okay. So while giving the range, you have to be very clear and specific. Now see here what I have done. I have selected the column list, and as same with it, I have put strongly agree value that is placed in cell number B26. Now I can copy paste this and get it row wise. See, I hope you all are getting. Okay. Please don't do in a vertical way. Just use it in a horizontal way. So here what I have done, in the first column, if you would have seen, I have put $sign to the row number, and the column name is not having any $sign. So while I'm moving horizontally, the value it can shift, and you will get the change here, like here for agree, here for neutral, here for disagree, and here for strongly agree. So we are having total how many values over here in DB2? That is 30. So you can see over here for question number 1, we are having 30 responses. Now, how to generate your column number, question number 2. So if I'm putting the same thing again over here, it will not work. Why? Because C column is for question number 1. So what change I have to do? First, I have just copy pasted for strongly agree, and here I have made the correction. In place of C, I have put D. See why I'm many a times I'm using the word I have copy pasted, because you also can do it, and you can reduce your composing time. Okay, so this can be done. See here. In place of T, now I have to use E. Earlier we have made the changes in vertical way. Here we are doing it in horizontal. In place of E, question number 4 is in F. So we will use it here, F. So any of the bulky data, it is there with you. See, these type of things will help you to create the comparison. Okay, you can have the total of it. So for strongly agree, out of all the 9 responses of strongly agree for question number 1, 2, 3, and so many response respectively, you can create the percentage of it, like equal to B27 divide by $31. After putting this, I'll put the percent sign, and the things can be. Okay. Same can be copy pasted. I have selected here. For we got the error because we have not used function addition. So I'm just putting auto sum. So you can have so detailed analysis. See here. In all, it should be coming up to 120. Here you can see the count is 120. So out of this, in percentage ratio, if you want to show it in the form of graph, see, we have right now just created and analyzed the data on 2 or 3 parameters. Okay. Now, how we can represent it? Suppose I want to generate a thing. Okay. This is my table. Insert. I can have a columnar graph. So see here, as per the parameters, strongly agree, and these 5 parameters, you can see this can go like this also, or you can have a variety of chart representation. We can have different type of chart. Just a second. You can have horizontal bars, separated one, or the stacked one. Okay. So see, just copy pasting this chart in your whatsoever research paper you are using, it reduces your time and helps and enhances your representation. Okay. So here what we have done, we have used only 2 functions. One is sum and countif, and using that we have worked with. Okay. Now suppose if you want, in place of count, if you want to have a particular some different function. So here I'll show you one different function, that is sum if. Okay. Equal to sum if. Now what the sum range is, again we'll go, this was for our database. So this will, how many count of health and beauty, and likewise the categories are there. I'm just showing you the alternative methods, how you can have the total of a specific sub range and your given range. Okay. What is the criteria over here? Health and beauty. I'll put like it has taken wrong place. It should take this one. I'm using function F4 again to log the range. Okay. 2 analysis are there. Okay, okay, okay. Again, we'll give the criteria range. This is our criteria range. I'll select function F4, comma, and this is our criteria. Okay.
Madam Bahiti ma'am.
Apart from this, you can see some more functions like
Madam, screen is not visible.
I'm facing some network issue, I think. Okay, just a second. Okay. So now we will see some more helpful functions that are used to use that is you can say you can use them or create a very helpful thing for you, like this one. Just I'll have the these three columns only to show the next few functions. Okay, I'm just selecting this, pasting in the new column. Now, suppose if you want to have this total, what this total is, it is the rate into A2 multiplied by B2 plus C2. Please mute yourself. Okay. So likewise, you can create your own formulas and functions that can be more specific and help you out. Okay. Now, just give me 1 second, please. Now I'll show you some more functions like if from this data, if you want to have the search of like how much, what are the things that you have in bulk quantity right now available with you. So how will you get it? We'll use the max function. I'll just reduce some rows so that it is not bulky over here. Just a second, please. We will work with only 50 values. Okay, so that it is easy for us to prepare the range and have the analysis. Now, if you want to have a max value, like how much is the bulky quantity, so you will use max function over here and just give the range, excluding this. So you will have, okay. So in max, you are having almost 10 as a value, that is the maximum quantity. If you want to have the minimum one, equal to min, and you can have a range. So minimum one quantity is there. Now here we are not getting exactly the what that particular specific quantity is the minimum one. So we can have max with, here you are saying that here it is giving me for max it was giving me 10, and for max A is also giving me 10. So I'll just show you some changes over here. I am putting some text in between. Okay. So from this text also you can see I have got the max A value. So whensoever I am using max A, what it will do, irrespective of text or black spaces are there in between or any other values are there apart from the numbers, it will just return the maximum number. Okay. Now we will use the count function we have seen earlier. I'll just show you the different counts. These sum functions are very, very important and being used at many times. Okay. So here you can see it is count is 50. I'm just putting some A, B, F. So now the things are changed. This count function retrieves only numerals there in your range. Okay. Count of numerals in there in your range. So now if you want to have irrespective of the numbers or the these things in the range, how will you get that count? Equals to count A. And now give the range. Enter. Now you can see who. Okay. Then we need mean, average, standard deviation. These are some of the very important, you can say, functions needed for it, for any research deviation. Okay. So now how will you find mean? Mean is, you can say, it is a average. You can create in two patterns. First pattern I will show you, insert formula. Here in this, by default, the average is there. I am using it average. So what range I am giving? I am giving this as the range. What is the average tax being paid? Okay. So I'm changing this range to this one. Average tax being paid. Okay. Through formula also you can create equal to sum. It will range from this one divide by how many count it is. If you are sure, you can put it like this. Okay. So I hope you got it. Now the third one is standard deviation. How will you find it? This particular thing can be seen at or accessed from many places. Like from here, you can use more functions, and from here you can use STD in the statistical one, STDEV. Go. Here you are having this STDEV. Okay. Here you can go with the range. What is the standard deviation? Or you can say the variation in the text. So here you can give or get that value. Okay. Again, one more thing, friends. Wheresoever you find or need, like you want to move, make this particular range fixed, like we are on the same sheet where our data is, and we are doing it on the same sheet. Okay. So if you want to have this at a different place, just put the $sign prefix to it. Okay. Remember that. Okay. So wheresoever you will pull this value, it will not modify. Yes, one more thing we can see for it is, like from here, we have seen the grouping of health and beauty. Okay. So now suppose if I want, I don't want to be have so lengthy process. Okay. मुझे बहुत जल्दी है और बहुत fast काम करना है. So for that, I'll go to insert, click on pivot table and select the table range of the database. Suppose I'm having the database, this one, in this place, I'll select this DB. I'll select this. I'll delete it. Select, go to DB and select this one. So now this is my database. Okay. In its place, I'll put DB. Okay, so this is the table where I want to place this pivot table, either in the existing worksheet or places that are specific worksheet. Okay. In this, you see the list of all the column headings. अब आपको डिसाइड करना है आपको वो टेबल और एनालिसिस कैसे करना है. ठीक है. आपको कॉलम पे जेंडर चाहिए. So you can see the overview over here. See, फीमेल और मेल का रेशियो आ गया. Then लोकेशन भी चाहिए. तो मेल फीमेल के इसमें लोकेशन वाइज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आ गया. The sequence will be decided as per the things that you have kept over here. See, hierarchy is there. Earlier it was gender on the upper level. So you can see over here, it was female and male ratio. It was distributed with respect to the locations A, B, C. Now values, what values I want? Suppose I want Q values. So here you will have for location A 8, for location B 1 female ratio, for location D. For question number 1, count of females is this much. Okay, are you getting it? What I want to say? For male, you will see for A, B, C, D. You are having for question number 1, that is for question number 1, for from location A, there are 3 males. For location B, there are 4 males. For location C, there are 5 males, and for location D, there are 8 males. So likewise, you can have one more thing. I'll just paste this also in question number 2. So it is exceeding. I don't want to make the values. Okay. We want to have a specific one. So you can just do the copy here. Go to the new sheet. Paste here. So this can be used as the ready reckoner for you with the details. So this is called as pivot table. Here I have considered only three things: female and location, or male and location, along with the row axis पे आपका count of question number 1. Okay. So likewise, there are many ways to analyze and display your data. Here we have taken very short overview of the available functions. Okay. You can explore more functions over here. Just I'll click on formula, and the most important or the most used one is this one, statistical. So here you can see so many functions are available where you can find the p-test, t-test, various distributions, how the trend is, the variance and covariance between two variables, and find out the dependency or independence between the two variables. Okay. Yes, one more thing, and very useful one, through functions, how you can create references. Now, friends, this would be the most needed for the researcher to create or to write the reference at the end. So suppose if you have a Excel sheet where you are having the complete listing of like year of publication, then page number, okay, then title, then author name, then author 1. So you can be more elaborated in it, like author 1, first name, author 1, last name, author 2, first name, author 2, last name. Okay. I'm just demonstrating you. You can create it with very as many number of things are there in your reference. You can add on to it. Okay. Yeah, one more thing we can add on over here is volume number and issue number. Okay. Now I'm just putting certain values here. Please don't take into consideration the value what I'm typing. It is just for your demonstration. Okay. Somewhere we will put the range. We'll format it first. Format cells. And it is not number, it is text. Okay. So that we can have the range also there. Okay. Title is A, B, F. Author name is A, surname is AST. It's B, BD, volume number 1, issue number 3. Now, as per your journal requirement, every time you have to write the references. So what you do, you type or retype or do lots of formatting. Friends, I'll share you one function over here with you. Just use it, concatenate. And in this, what you want to use, okay? In what sequence you will see to it. First is this one, comma. Now I'll put year के बाद में चाहिए title. So title is in C2, comma. Then चाहिए it should come like last name, then first name. So it is in D2, sorry, E2, comma, C2, comma, okay. Then volume number is in H2, comma, I2, okay. See, a complete string is created. You can copy this string here and place in your Word or text file wheresoever you want to paste it, okay. But it is not readable. Why it is not readable? Because it has concatenated all the elements one after other, okay. So now if you want to make the changes or have spaces in between, what you will do, comma, just put one space of double quote marks in between. Creating the formula will be a bit tedious one, but it will help you. Suppose after A2 is year, you need comma. So you can put comma over there. And after title, you want semicolon. So I put semicolon over there. And rest, I'm putting double quote marks. So you can see how the things will change. Volume और colon इसके बीच में colon चाहिए. So I'm putting colon. Okay. See, this is the reference ready in your form. See, after the year, the title, then the author last name, space, first name, then volume number and colon issue number. So you can make any of the changes whatsoever you want and just do it for all your references. See, the things are created just on one simple click, and you can preserve this formula. So every time you need not to retype or delete or modify the contents. Rather, by using this mechanism, you can reduce your efforts for creating the references. Yes, from my side, it is done. Any questions, queries?
Thank you so much, madam, for your
Actually,
valuable.
I want many other things to be discussed also, but
Yes.
constraint of time is there.
Yes, madam. Yes. Thank you so much, madam, for your valuable guidance in a very effective manner. It's a very informative and a knowledgeable session to all of us. Now, moving forward for the question answer session. If someone want to ask, you can ask the question to ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I have a small question. Like if you remember, we were talking about that DB2 is the name of the spreadsheet particular sheet from where we were getting the data, right? So
Yeah.
can
Just
that
a second. I'll share the spreadsheet first so that you can ask the question. Yeah. This spreadsheet you are asking?
of the name? So does it come by itself as we take up the formula to that sheet?
Yeah. Whensoever you are, see, if you are on the specific sheet and you are using the formula on the same sheet, then it will not display the name of the specific that particular sheet. But suppose I am on DB2 and I want to have the formula on sheet 6. Now here on sheet 6, I am creating the formula, but my data is in DB2. So how I will get that particular range? मैंने function type किया बिना कहीं और click किए. I'm going to the sheet name DB2 and then selecting the range wheresoever I want to put that formula. Again, without clicking anywhere else, I'm going to the sheet 6 where I am placing that particular thing. See here it is showing me sheet 6. Okay. So if it is not done properly, it will show that I have clicked it somewhere else. So manually also you can show here DB2. Okay, if you are clear with the name of the sheet, you can directly put it here. Okay, then comma, whatsoever is the criteria, and close the things. So there is no blank in G2 to G31. We'll just see to it. Yes, there is no blank in this. I hope I have answered your query.
So, any
Yes.
question from the participants?
Hello, madam.
You can generate the sheet from the Google form that you are using, but for analysis, if you are directly taking the response or the graph provided by the Google form, it is very difficult, or rather you can say it is coming in the form of uneditable images. Okay, so there if you want to have the specific way of doing the analysis, then this method is more better.
Thank you, madam. Thank you,
Hello.
all of you.
Hello.
Uh,
Hello, madam.
yes, sir.
Yes, please.
In your last slide, spreadsheet, in case of references, if the references are not in a regular fashion or not in the order, can we make it in order? Like first author name, then title, then year.
Yes, you see, you take the efforts to put references at one place in a tabular way,
Okay.
in this way. Okay. And from this, from having the bulky reference database, you can create the pattern of reference as per the journal in
Okay.
just one function. Okay. And for creating this, if it is not comfortable for you to directly go to Excel and do these things, I'll suggest to you create a Google form. There you can make the entries of each reference separately. It will come up in the form of this particular Excel sheet. And from that Excel sheet, you can create any type of variety you want to put it.
Okay.
Initially,
Thank
it
you,
looks
madam.
very tedious. Initially, it looks very
Yes,
tedious.
yes.
But once your data is ready
Ready,
in the
yeah.
form of columnar pattern,
Then it is easy.
any journal you approach, you need not to worry about the arrangement of reference.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So now, so thank you to all participants. Now I hand over the session to Dr. W.B. Gurnule sir, convener of this national FDP, to put concluding remark for today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Neha madam. Just Dr. Bahiti madam has given detailed information about the data analytics. As we know, analysis and analytics are different. And as we know, there are different types of tools spreadsheet, data visualization, reporting tools, or data minimizing programs. And this analytics, nothing but the systematic computational analysis of data or statistics. It is also used for interpretation of data, as given by Iti madam, taken so many examples and how to make these analysis. So we can say that data analytics is the collection, transformation, and organization of this data in order to draw conclusions, make predictions, and therefore it is generally we are in confusion with this data analysis. But these two terms are different, but they are related to each other. And as we know, there are different types of this analytics, descriptive, diagnostic, or some others are there, cognitive, like that. This data analysis is very important, and because it helps businessman or businesses to optimize their performances. And mainly there are two types of qualitative and quantitative methods are there of data analysis, I think. And also it is useful mostly for teachers also, and particularly useful for the research scholar for analysis. So thank you, madam, for your wonderful presentation and how to make this analysis easy. That you have given the example of references, and which is very needed for the book chapter or for the research journals. Once the data is ready, then the things are easy that we learn about this. So data analytics is a very useful tool, and I think may be benefited by our participants. So once again, thank you, madam, for your wonderful presentation. Over to you, Neha, madam.
Thank you very much, sir. So now we reach to the last part of this session, that is vote of thanks. On behalf of Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya, I consider it great privilege to propose vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed this online national one-week faculty development program on ICT for effective teaching and learning. First of all, I am very much thankful to Dr. Mamta Baheti madam, today's speaker, who graced us with her valuable thoughts. My heartfelt thanks goes to our guide and mentor, Dr. Suhasini Vanzari madam, President Amar Seva Mandal, as well as Advocate Abhijit Vanzari sir, MLC and Secretary Amar Seva Mandal, for their valuable guidance for this program. I am very much thankful to Dr. Smita Vanzari madam, Treasurer Amar Seva Mandal, for her constant support and guidance. She could not join us due to some busy schedule, but always support us for such organization of the programs. I would like to thank Dr. Dilip Badwaik sir, Principal Kamla Nehru Mahavidyalaya Nagpur, as well as Dr. W.B. Gurnule sir, Head Department of Chemistry and convener of this faculty development program, for organizing such program. I extend my gratitude towards all the participants from different states of India for their valuable presence during this session. So lastly, thank you very much to one and all present here. By the permission of the convener, I declare that today's program is over. Feedback link for today's session will be shared shortly on the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gurunle sir, for providing me with this
Yes, madam, thank you.
opportunity to
Madam,
have
just we are
interaction with
taking one, madam, we are taking one photographs, group photo
Okay.
on this. So participants are requested to switch on their videos or camera. Thank you, madam. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
So can we leave the session?
Yes, yes, madam. Hello, Sachin.